Thank you, Talina, for the introduction. And of course, thanks to Pimcore for organizing such a great conference. Hello and welcome.
Welcome.
First of all, for those of you who don't know Basilicom yet, we are a privately owned digital agency from Berlin, Germany, and we've been helping customers with digital transformation for over 20 years now. Right now, we are about 50 full-time employees, like developers, consultants, creatives. Well, actually, half of our staff are developers. And speaking of experts, we train and certify all of them as Scrum developers, Scrum masters, product owners, requirements engineers, integral coach consultants, and of course, certified Pimcore developers. We are 100% Pimcore Gold partner and using it right from the start for over 10 years now. Well, let's take a look at one of our customers. So Krombacher is Germany's largest privately owned brewery with around about 900 million euros in annual sales and roughly 1,000 employees. By the way, this is not stock footage, but the actual brewery with Krombacher's brewmaster on the left. For them, we have devised a new atomic design system with templates and implemented a full-featured CMS with Pimcore, including a shop based on the Pimcore e-commerce framework, of course, with API connectors to SAP and Arvato, featuring product configurators for personalization, as well as a React.js-based custom frontend for the Pimcore DAM as their public media library. Not stopping there, we've worked with Krombacher on optimizing logistics too and implemented a Pimcore PIM solution, including automated web-to-print datasheets. The whole system is in heavy use as Krombacher has the brand and distribution rights for many other beverages. Right now, their multi-site Pimcore system controls 15 white label-based websites for brands such as, let's see, Dr. Pepper, Orangina, Vitamals, and Schweppes, for example, which includes a database of thousands of drinks called Mixopedia, implemented with Pimcore and Elasticsearch. But let's take a look at the actual case. So Krombacher does not only sell beer, they mix it with lemonade, which some Germans, I guess, might actually call heretic, and thus created limo beer. Short disclaimer, I'm using made-up data from now on in order to make the examples easier to follow. And in case it's difficult to read the screens or to see the screens, we are going to provide the slides afterwards. So bear with me, please. So in Pimcore, we would model a product with a simple property like this. See the object tree on the left and the object editing form on the right. The fun starts when we add another flavor to the mix, mango, in addition to lemon. How to model this? As Pimcore variants, of course. Take a look at the flavor and the description attributes differentiating the product. Pimcore uses inheritance with variants, so properties defined on a higher level are passed onto the child variants of the tree, so onto another level. Both of our flavors are available in two different packagings or, well, containers, a bottle and a can. Now, same here in Pimcore, another level of variance. Most of you know this already, I guess. The point is, the magic of inheritance in Pimcore makes it possible that each of the attributes needs to be edited only once, and all the properties are inherited down to the product level. But what to do if the product manager needs to handle multiple output channels, such as product feeds for like marketplaces, Amazon, Walmart, or something else? What if these channels need specific and different product descriptions, maybe due to text length constraints, formal, informal speech, or something else that you really just can't do with products up, for example? One solution is to use variants too. So as you can see here, I've added an Amazon variant in between as an Amazon-specific description. But this has a major drawback. Now, all container variants, bottles and cans, need to be filled, which leads to massive data duplication. And thus, we do not have a single source of data anymore. So this is obviously bad. Another common approach for these kind of problems is to use field collections, which is a Pimcore feature. So we allow multiple channel or domain-specific description fields, eliminating the need for another level of inheritance, as in the previous example. I guess a lot of you that work with PIMCore already did that. But again, this is bad, I think, because the user interface is larger and looks kind of cluttered, and things like grid editing in PIMCore is not possible anymore. And of course, you would need to program custom code for accessing the data. So what's the solution? What to do? We introduce something we call domain variants. And this is, well, our invention and solves all of the aforementioned problems. Let's take a look. We add a domain-specific variant, but this time as a sibling to the container variants, not as a parent in between. The domain variant gets a user interface selector to specify if the variant belongs to a specific domain, and if selected, turns the variant into a domain variant as indicated by the new blue icon on the tree. Well, this was easy, but how to use it with the PIMCore API for the developers? I'm going to show you some code samples. The code above, like the 2 lines, is the standard PIMCore API way of retrieving the description of the mango bottle variant down below. Well, this is no surprise here. But now if we want to get the same data, but within the context of the Amazon domain, we just need to add a single select statement prior to loading the data. What happens internally then is that the Amazon domain variant gets virtually injected into the PIMCore variant inheritance lookup. See the tree on the right, so the inheritance tree is changed. In order to show you how powerful this paradigm is, let's consider another case. Here, I've added another domain variant, and this time it is for a, let's say, female target group, discounting just the price attribute. Please note that I could have added any number of domain variants at any level of the variant inheritance tree, and I could override any kind or any number of product attributes. Again, the code sample. Now I want to retrieve the description of the mango bottle with the Amazon and the female domain variants selected at the same time. You've probably guessed it. Just select Amazon and female as the domain variant context and call the PIMCore API as usual. The domain variants get injected into the inheritance hierarchy in the same order as they've been selected. So again, you see that the tree is modified, but it's just virtually in the back end. Again, well, as you see in the tree. So I hope I could explain the benefits of this domain variant concept, but let me wrap it up. Using domain variants, we have no data duplication and a true single source of truth for all properties. Editing is easy. The UI is not cluttered with extra controls. You just add domain-specific variants when and if you need them. And last but not least, the most powerful feature of all, multiple domain variants can be selected for retrieval, allowing product data to be composed for multiple domains at the same time, effectively enabling dynamic, virtual, multiple inheritance within the variant trees. And if you think now, wow, I'd like to have this for my data and my PIMCore too, just contact us at Basilicom. We'd be happy to help you integrating it. No enterprise subscription needed, by the way. Or you can just download it yourself and give it a try. It's open source as PIMCore, well, and freely available on GitHub. So thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. And feel free to contact me afterwards if you want to learn more about this PIMCore bundle, get an interesting project to start, or just want to discuss any PIMCore specific problems. And I think we do have a couple of minutes left for questions right now, right?
We have, and we have already a question. And the question is, do your clients experience domain variants to be simpler than field collections?
Actually, this is bleeding edge and hasn't been used in production yet. But we have found that the need for multiple domains when providing data for output channels, and this is a way to handle this kind of problem. And I think it depends if you need like a different domain variant for each and every output channel, then of course you can add those variants. That doesn't make any sense to use this kind of approach. But if you have like just like a 10 or 20% of the data, or just some of the some of the attributes need to be changed, then I think this is the better approach, actually. Yeah.
Okay. How does this translate to maintenance? Does this require additional developer intervention for new variants?
No, not at all. So you can just add new domains. Of course, you need to select them. Yeah, when you provide your output channel, which usually is some kind of API, but it is integrated into the PIM-Core. The bundle adds it to the normal variant lookup and the normal inheritance. So there's really no change into the system.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Domains are usually fixed. Why not create fields for every domain?
Yeah, but I think the problem is that then your user interface, you get like, you need to like add descriptions for each and every channel or field collections, or it's hard to have this kind of variance on different inheritance levels. So if you want to override something on the lowest levels, on the CAN level, and you want to be able to override on the top level as well, this proves to be difficult. So I think this is a good solution for that.
Okay, so it's the effort is too high, or
yeah,
would you say?
I think. Yeah.
Okay. Can you therefore handle rights or permissions on a per domain basis?
No, not yet. Pull requests are greatly appreciated, actually. So please just contribute. It's open source.
Okay, but it would be possible.
I guess, yeah, sure.
Okay. Are there any more questions? Maybe we can wait again a few seconds. Maybe they have to.
There's listings could be some issue though. That's true, but I think the PIM-Core user interface could be extended to just pre-select a specific domain or specific domains, and then the listings would work without any intervention. So I think just this global state of selected domains need to be added. Yes, it's open source. The bundle is open source. Sorry.
Yes, I think you already said that, but yeah, it helps to say it again.
Yeah, there was a question coming in, so sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
It's your job of
yeah, it's no problem. When you're faster than me, then it's fine. Yeah, so I think there are no more questions. But I think they liked it. I liked it too.
Awesome! Thank you very much. It was great fun, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the conference. Actually, I mean, honestly, like meeting all of you in person is way more fun.
Yeah,
as sitting at home and doing a video presentation. But anyways, let's hope for next year.
Yes, I think so. Next year, and next year we will be again in Salzburg. So that will be great. But I think that's the best solution we could do in this situation right now. And
True.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
So thank you, Christoph. And see you soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.